Okay. Hello, everyone. My name's Nicole Harris, and this is Victor Patrascan, as I call him. And this is our podcast, Bugbear, where we talk about a different topic every time. And today's topic is going to be something that we can't do at the moment. So we're going to just talk about it instead. Traveling.
Oh,
sorry. So enjoy our discussion about traveling and what we miss about travel, what we might do once we start traveling again. Fingers crossed. Please, God, pray to someone.
There is no God. Yeah, we don't talk about that in this episode, but we might in further episodes. What do you think about doing a whole episode about God?
I think that is a very good idea, and God will be watching that one.
One viewer already. I hope he subscribes to the podcast as well. Shares it with his angels.
Like and share, God, please like and share.
Yeah.
And strike anyone down who does not.
Yes, on all the platforms, God. Because God is on Spotify and iTunes and YouTube and all of them.
He's just got himself on TikTok. So I do like trains, but to be fair, I'm not going to spend like 20 hours on a train where I could get on a plane.
What if it's a sleeper train? It's the experience.
Why do I want that experience?
You're crossing Siberia.
Yeah, but I'm asleep.
Not all the time, because it takes 2 weeks. For 2 weeks you're on this train. You don't stop. You sleep on the train. You go to bathroom on the train. You eat on the train. Everything is done on the train. And you're going from Moscow to North Korea. It's close to. Yeah, it's on the other side of the planet.
Firstly,
on one train. This is fantastic. I've dreamed all my life on going on that train.
But why would anyone want to go to North Korea?
You don't go to North. You're close to North Korea, so you can smell it. You can smell the nuclear arsenal.
You can smell the torture.
That's exactly.
I don't know if I like the sound of this train, because how long does it take on the plane to do that?
I don't know, 10, 12 hours.
Right, so I'll do the plane. 10, 12 hours compared to 2 weeks.
But it's not about the journey, it's about the destination.
I thought it was the other way round.
Huh?
I thought it was the other way round.
It normally is, but this time no. It's about the journey, right? It's about just getting there, because it used to take really long to get from any place to any other place before they invented the trains, right? It used to like ride a horse or a buggy with a horse, and people used to die on the way. Can you imagine going from Italy to going from Paris to London 150 years ago, before there were trains?
On a horse they'd go, would they?
Or in a buggy. I think they had like a little cart.
Yeah, but it was led by the horse, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bunch of horses. They didn't have any windows. You know, like the old westerns.
Why? I don't understand why I would make that journey if it's going to take me that long. I mean, the French are nice and all that, but they're not worth it, you know?
But
and especially not the Caribbeans.
What if on the way you get to eat French delicacies and you get to the region of Champagne and you actually have champagne from...
Listen, I've been to that region. My friend Xavier lives in there. It's called Reims.
Yeah.
Reims, they pronounce it like that. And it's shit. Let me tell you that much for free. There's nothing going on there. It's like in the middle of nowhere, and it's shit, yeah. So you won't want to do a get a horse to the Champagne region. Nah.
So is the problem the horse, or is it because the horse, you know, they fart, they don't keep in the yeah, and you're always sat behind the horse.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. You know what? I'll stay at home. I'd have to stay at home.
Would you walk the distance?
How long would it take me to walk?
I don't know, probably a month or two.
Would I have to swim though?
Oh yeah, it's like a triathlon.
Because you didn't tell me that bit, did you? You just said
no. It's the little details that I'm keeping away.
Like, because basically what you'll do is you'll get me walking there, and suddenly we'll hit the sea, and you'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you that bit. You got to swim it." And I'll be like, "Well, you've got me here under false pretenses. Let's go back." And you'll be like, "Well, it's taken us 2 weeks to walk here. We might as well carry on." And I'll be like, "No, I can't swim very well, so I'll have to get on your back." And then I'll be like, that would be really hard for you to carry us both on your back and swim until we get
No, you'd have to swim by yourself.
I'm not a strong swimmer. No.
You get in a dinghy. What about a dinghy? If you know how people used to jump over the Niagara Falls, they used to go inside a barrel and just get carried by the current and just jump the Niagara Falls. Most people would die. But we're not talking about the Niagara Falls. This is like crossing the channel.
Yeah, crossing the channel. What, in a dinghy?
Yeah, in a barrel, in an old oak barrel. And you just paddle. You have like a paddle. You have like a big spoon.
What's a barrel? Oh, like one of those like canoes, like or
no, an actual barrel. You know, like what beer is held in, and whiskey. You know, they have a whiskey barrel. It's made out of wood.
Yeah.
Well, if you take the whiskey out, you can put Nicole Harris in there.
I guess I'd fit.
Yeah.
Fit. What? And use that to get across the channel, but you'll die. No.
Well, you try not to die.
Well, you will die. I guarantee you'll die.
Because
this storm is gonna come. Right, you're in the barrel. You're having a nice day, right? It's like sunny outside. You're like, oh, you're in the barrel next to me, and we're like, this is nice. This is fun. You're all right in the barrel? Yeah, I'm all right in the barrel. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, rain, storm. Suddenly, we're out of the barrel. We've been tipped up. We're upside down. I'm like, Victor, save yourself. And you're like, yeah, okay, I will. And I'm like, well, that's actually out of order. You absolutely selfish bastard. And then off you go in your barrel, and I'm there stuck.
In the middle of the ocean. You're going to go somewhere. The current is going to get you to safety.
No, the current, right? This is the thing that you don't realise. The current, it takes you under.
Not if you're in a battle, because it's like being in a boat, but not a boat, but a battle.
It will take you and the barrel under. Yeah, you don't understand how barrels work, I think.
I don't know what to say. What would Nicole, this is what I'm trying to get to. What would Nicole Harris do 150 years ago before airplanes, trains, and automobiles were invented? How would you get about?
I would have to just have one friend who lives like locally. Do you know what I mean? Like
to carry you around.
A 5-minute walk away. No, I'd just go to that friend and hang out in the garden because to be fair, I don't even like traveling these days. I hardly ever go on holiday because I absolutely hate going to the airport, going through customs, getting on a plane, train, automobile, whatever. I don't even like it now. If I had to do it 150 years ago and all I had was a barrel, I'm not going to do it.
But what about this? Because there's a story, right? There's a story from Romania about this sculptor. His name is Brâncuș. He revolutionized modern sculpture at the beginning of the 1900s. But in order to do that, he had to travel from Romania to Paris, where he met Rodin. You know the guy who made the Thinker?
Rodin.
not Roald Dahl. The guy what did Roald Dahl write?
He wrote he wrote lots of books.
Alice in Wonderland. Did he write that?
Don't know. Don't think
Anyway,
so.
he wrote children's stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, it's his name Rodin. You know the guy who made the Thinker, the sculpture of the Thinker, with the guy like sitting on a toilet just thinking about life.
Rodin. I don't know that.
It's the most famous sculpture in the world. What are you talking about? Anyway, this guy was the Romanian guy's master, right? And in order to get to Paris, he had to walk.
Shut up.
He walked from Romania. This is how the legend goes. It took him a year. Of course, he stopped. You know, there's probably a lot of children that are his that on the way to Paris.
Exactly.
But he walked there. That's how the story goes. He had to walk. It took him a year, but he finally got to Paris. He met Rodin. He learned how to sculpt even better than he knew before, and he is the guy who basically invented modern sculpture. But he had to do that. He had to walk.
No, I've got several questions. He could have got a place with the Proclaimers.
Yes.
I would walk 500 miles to be the sculptor who sculpts for you. Sorry, that's bad. Bad accent. Right. But no, I've got a few questions about that. Firstly, how did he get in touch with Rodin in the first place to know Rodin was going to help him? He was going to be his master. I know about Rodin. How did he even know about Rodin? How did you get in touch with Rodin? Because there's not, the postmen also have to walk all that way. So it's...
But no, the postmen don't walk from, if you send a letter from Romania, it's not like one guy with a letter in his teeth just doing a marathon till he gets to Paris.
It is, because how else is he going to get there?
They had pigeons. They had pigeons back then.
Well, he should have hitched a ride with a pigeon. That would have been quicker.
So how did he know Rodin? How did he know? I don't know. I think he heard about this guy and he went like, I'm going to Paris. Fuck Romania. Everyone in Romania. Everyone who taught him how to sculpt up to that point. Fuck everyone. I'm going to Paris. That's what I did.
What, when you heard about me?
Yes, I'm going to London to learn comedy with the esteemed Nicole Harris.
Exactly, but the thing is, it was easy for you to know about me then because like there's the internet, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's things like that. But how does someone get famous 150 years ago? There's no telly. It's like weird. I don't know how he even knew about him if he's in Romania and the other guy's in Paris. I think
that's sculpture about the thinker. Because they couldn't imagine up to that point that anyone would make someone sitting on the toilet meaningful.
But he wouldn't have known about the sculpture because...
Oh yeah, because this was like internationally known and locally respected.
How? Because there's no photos, there's no... How was the word spread? There's no photos, there's no... I'm not buying this whole story. That's
from the town crier. There was a guy getting updates from Paris from his carrier pigeons, and he used to like travel Romania and just yell the news.
Oh yay, there is a sculpture in Romania that you might want to look up.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Not buying it. But the second thing is this is the main thing actually. This is the bloody main thing, right?
Yeah.
How the hell what was his name again?
Brancusi. That's how the Westerners know him as. Brancusi.
How the hell did Brancusi go? How did he find his way properly? Because the thing is, without Google Maps, you're fucked. How on earth did he manage to walk from Romania to Paris without Google Maps? There's no way he would have known the directions. Especially, there's no way he would have asked the directions because he's a man.
But the stars told him because he was an Aquarius.
Aquarius. He was definitely a very. He was a curious.
Aquarius, yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm a Cancer, but that doesn't mean I can read directions.
Is that a coincidence?
I don't see what Aquarius has got to do with it.
No, with being the star sign of Cancer, and also
What? I don't. What?
just cancer to humanity.
Oh, I see. Yeah, to the comedy world. No, seriously, what? So he had special skills of reading the sky, just because he was born in the month of September or whatever Aquarius is.
I don't know when Aquarius is. Yeah, I think it's September. I don't know how he got to Paris. I think everyone kind of knew which direction is east and west. You know, the sun. He probably had like a compass. Remember how compasses? Campi is the plural for compass. Campi.
No, it is not. It's compasses, and I can say that without even compasses.
No, it doesn't sound.
I can say that without even looking it up on Google, because I am a English speaker.
No.
Compasses. I do remember compasses. Compasses still exist now, but I don't know why we need them. Who cares? But the thing is, even if you've got a compass, I don't see how he managed to find his way. I'm not buying this bullshit. I'm not buying it.
That's my favorite traveling story. It's all-time favorite traveling story. A guy walked to Paris for a year. What's your favorite walking story? That's more believable than this.
A favorite traveling story?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite traveling story?
Was it? No, I don't.
Like how the Vikings reached Greenland before Columbus, or how Marco Polo went to China. There's a lot of good traveling stories.
I haven't heard any. I tell you what, I do know there is one. I have got a traveling story about myself.
Go ahead.
I went after university. I decided to go backpacking. I don't know why I decided this ridiculous thing in Australia. Right, I was supposed to go for a year, and I ended up going for a month and then getting homesick and coming home because I didn't like it, because I'm a home person, and I definitely don't like backpacking because I like more luxurious, as we've discovered, lifestyle. I mean, I don't mind carrying a backpack to a 5-star hotel. Yeah, I really
found yourself lost in Australia.
I found myself walking around with a backpack and just feeling this isn't for me. I don't do backpacks. I don't want to share a room with like 20 people. I don't do this. To be honest, if I'd have done it about a few years later, it might have been a different story. But even then, like when I went to live in Paris, I was there for a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
But when I first got there, I was very homesick. I'm just like a real homebody, and I was extremely homesick. But because I'd had the experience of Australia and other things, I was like, you've got to push through it. You've got to force yourself through it. You've got to enjoy it in the end. But it was absolutely one of the most difficult things I've ever done, which is a bit tragic. But I got through it and then I enjoyed it. But I sort of enjoyed it. Apart from the Parisians, I enjoyed it. But what can you do about them? You know what I mean? So yeah, it was. That's what I'm like. I'm just a homebody. I'm not a traveller. Unless you say to me, look, you're gonna get there. There's gonna be a 5-star resort, all inclusive. Sit around the pool. It's on the beach. You do jacuzzi, sauna. Suddenly my homesick just goes out the window, disappears like that. I'm like, yeah, all right, this is nice. But I'm not like a backpack traveller like yourself. I mean, I don't know. Are you? I assume you are with that hair.
Yeah, I love doing that. I've done it many times. I've done it through the United States. Traveled for 3 weeks and didn't book a hotel. This is one of the things that I'm most proud of in my life. I traveled through the United States, the East Coast, from Niagara Falls to New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and I have not booked one hotel. I slept in buses, in McDonald's, on benches, in parks. It was fantastic.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
I
You did
genuinely
not.
did that.
You did not sleep on a bench, and you did
I
not.
slept, I slept in Central Park. I slept at Lincoln's Memorial. I went to the Pentagon at 3 in the morning.
That's not traveling. That's being homeless. That's not.
No, I went back home after that. It is traveling.
It's temporary homelessness. It's not traveling.
What would I have done in a hotel?
Huh?
What would I have done in a hotel? Just sleep there and waste my time?
Yeah.
No. What I used to do is I used to find a hostel in each town, in each big town that I was in. Right? I go to the hostel. They have like lockers. You leave your bags there. But while you leave the bags, you kind of ask, "Hey, how can I get to a shower?" Someone like opens a door, lets you in. You go have a shower. You're all fresh. That's why you need a hotel to have a shower, right? So I had a shower, change of clothes, then went walking for 24, 48 hours, just nonstop, just walking around, just looking at stuff. It's fantastic.
That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like the worst holiday I've ever.
Are you kidding me? I was 21. It was legal to do anything in the States. I ate everything I wanted. I talked to people, did every single thing I wanted. It was.
But you have to sleep on a bench. You can't have got a good sleep on a bench. And
Oh
what
my
about
God.
if like someone comes up and tries to mug you?
Mug what? I was a 21-year-old weirdo with a backpack. What are they gonna take from me?
So you've just aged and lost the backpack.
No, I used to sleep with my backpack like in just hold the backpack like it would be like a loved person.
like you were sleeping with a girlfriend, like.
Yeah, just spooning the backpack, just because I had like a tiny one, with the things that I needed. Because the big backpack I used to leave at in the locker.
Right, so you had a little bag and a big bag.
Yeah, and I would walk around with a little bag. Just had only the thing. I also did this whole journey, no phone. No phone, no maps, just the maps that I got from the whole hostels I used to go to. I used to get like the free map of the town and just walk around like that.
I don't agree with this holiday. This is not a holiday. This is a hell. This is a horrible experience. How are you having a holiday by sleeping on a park bench?
By myself, it was one of the greatest things I've done in my life. Genuinely.
Is it because you were shagging around? Is that what it was? You were just shagging around?
No.
So you were just.
I was just seeing all of the things that I wanted to see from movies, from TV shows. I went under the Niagara Falls. I went to the top of the Empire State Building. I went to the restaurant from Seinfeld's show. I went to the place where they filmed Cheers in Boston. I went to Harvard. I went to all of the places. I saw the statue of Rocky in Philadelphia. Those stairs where he climbs up. That's all I wanted to do. Just go and see all of these things. And I could do them because I wouldn't go to sleep. And I would use all my time that I was there just doing the things that I wanted. It was fantastic.
But how did were you on drugs?
No, I was exhausted. Like on the journey home, I literally slept for 3 days.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Slept the whole journey. Then, I went to Denmark afterwards and slept for literally 3 days.
But at a certain point, you're falling asleep. Your body's like,
I was hallucinating. At some point, I was so tired. Yeah. But it's the story. I wouldn't have this story now.
Well, it's a ridiculous story, to be honest with you. I don't think you need that story. You were in big danger. Your whole life was essentially in danger. Yeah. That's what. Basically, that was a silly, young, immature decision to do.
Yeah.
You could have died.
Yeah.
And well, I don't think that's I mean, well, I suppose that is quite a good story.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was so scary.
Well, why did you do that? Your mum must have been going out of her mind. Your mum didn't know.
No, of course I can't do that with her knowing, because she's like, ah, don't do it. She's like you. Ah, what are you doing? But I wouldn't have had this experience. I'd be just in a hotel room, just watching TV for most of the journey.
The point is, you can have all of those experiences, but at the end of the day, go and have a sleep in the bed for a few hours, then go back out and go to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, now I'm 31, my back hurts, my knees hurt. Of course, I'll get a hotel. But back then.
Yeah, but it's dangerous. You could have been in Central Park. Someone comes up to you, they're like, we don't like Romanians here.
They wouldn't know I'm Romanian.
I'm sorry, but they would. We don't like foreigners. We don't like Romanians. We're going to kill you. And you'd be like, I don't have any.
That's a bit harsh.
I mean, I would say that. We're going to kill you. We want your money. Be like, I don't have any money. I'm living on a park bench. Yeah, but we still don't like you. So goodbye. Bang! Right? Yeah. That's the gang initiation done for whoever's killed you. They're in a gang now. They had to do that. They've now got one of those like teardrop tattoos, right? Which is you. But
yeah.
And they don't care about you. You're dead. No one knows where you are because you haven't told your mum. And what? In order to stand on the Niagara Falls, you could. I tell you who the Niagara Fall is here.
I totally disagree with that.
I know. I don't think we should ever go on holiday together, Victor.
I like that was a consideration. Oh, I think we do get along, and we should spend a lot of time in really highly stressful situations. That's what we should do together. Yeah.
I just imagine it, like you'd be like, yeah, this is a nice park bench for us to sleep on.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're going to the Radisson Blu.
Here's the thing. I've tried to have this experience, share it with other people. I've tried similar things. Like, for example, I think about 7 or 8 years ago, I went to Amsterdam with a friend, and I told him, man, I had this great time in the States. I didn't sleep, and should we do it? And he was like, okay, let's do it for one night. I remember at 1 a.m, we were like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Because with another person, this would be torture. I can't make someone else go through this. But for myself, I'm like, it's fun.
I don't know. Can you just explain to me though? Please. Explain to me how you enjoyed it. I don't understand. Because you said you weren't taking drugs. I don't believe it. I can't believe that.
Oh my God. Because I was eating and doing every single thing that I wanted.
But you had nowhere to shit.
Oh, I have my ways.
Why did you?
Because this is what that taught me. It taught me that, for example, McDonald's is a great place. You can go to McDonald's. They have plugs. You can charge your phone, your camera, your laptop, whatever you have. You can go to the bathrooms. They're usually clean. And you can do anything you want. You can take a shower in the McDonald's bathroom. That's what the homeless people do. What do you think they shower?
Well, I don't know. Not in
McDonald's. In McDonald's.
McDonald's doesn't have showers. Not the
one
up the road.
It does have sinks and running water.
I mean, yeah, but it's not nice, is it? And the thing is, right?
It's not nice, but it's not about nice. It's about the.
Why do you want a bad experience? Isn't it about having a good experience? So
I've had a good experience. I'm so excited telling you. Oh my God, the things. Like I remember like going to New York and seeing the M&M store. Before there was an M&M store anywhere else, and I was like, this is fantastic. Just walk around, just eating M&Ms all the time, just getting that sugar high and just keeping you going.
I hate M&Ms, but
Come
I
on,
understand.
the M&Ms are fantastic.
I hate M&Ms. Oh, they're disgusting. I hate M&Ms. This is the worst chocolate ever.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, so you think my experience is bad and undesirable? Please, what's your best holiday? The one that you're most proud of?
I went to New York myself. I saw the M&M store. I did some gigs out there. Did a lot of gigs out there. Saw the M&M store, but had a really nice Airbnb. So you can do one. You know, you can do both. But the best.
Yeah.
To be honest, the best holiday I've ever had. I can't say because I don't really. I've never had a. I don't love holidays.
You don't love holidays?
I don't. I had a really good holiday when I was at university with my university friends.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it was like, because it was like we all got on really well, and it was like the first holiday that I was kind of like with my friends and kind of independent, and like, although I did find out at the end that they were all shagging each other and I wasn't included, which
really?
was a bit yeah. So
why do you think that is? Nicole, do you want to go out and have a little fun? No, I want to go and be in a 5-star hotel and be in the shower and in the jacuzzi. Why, you idiots? What are you doing? You're wasting your lives. You should stay in the jacuzzi. Could that be the reason why they didn't include you? I don't think so.
I think so, yeah. I think so. I felt a bit left
Where
out
did you
there.
go? Where did you go with your friends?
It was, I can't even remember, Spain.
That's a good sign.
No, but I don't remember things like that. I don't remember the details. I've got a little, but it's over there. I've got a little book with photos, so I can.
How was the hotel though?
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, although I had to sleep. It wasn't the most comfortable bed, but they tried to put me in the most comfortable one so that I would moan the less, because they knew that I would moan the most. It was a great holiday. I loved it. I've had a really good time. Don't speak to any of them anymore, to be fair.
Did you used to go to camp when you were a kid?
No, my parents tried to send me, but I just didn't want to ever go.
Really?
And yeah, I'm not up for it. And they tried to get me, you know, like when you go to the Costa del Sol. I don't know about if you do that sort of thing in Romania.
It's not my kind of thing.
We used to, all the families used to go to the Costa del Sol, and they had like kids club where they take the kids off and they do not exercise, do like activities with them and stuff. I just never used to want to do it. So my parents would be like, go to the kids club. I'd be like, no, I'm staying with you. I was very clingy.
Oh my God.
I'm so clingy, a clingy little child. But they loved me, so, you know.
Who, your parents?
Yeah, so they
were designed to. They're biologically.
It was a win-win, you know. They loved me. I wanted to stay with them.
Did you ever sleep in a tent?
I have never slept in a tent, nor do I ever want to sleep in a tent.
Oh
People have asked me several times, do you want to sleep in a tent? The answer is no. I do not want to. I don't want to sleep on the floor outside.
But have you ever gone to one of these festivals, the music festivals?
I hate
quite big
festivals.
in the UK.
I hate those sort of things. I would absolutely hate it. I would absolutely hate a festival.
But why? Because of the accommodation?
I have to go and sleep in a tent.
Yeah.
With like millions of other people and
no, by yourself. Your own little tent that's as big as you. It's like a body bag.
But I'm not. But it's cold.
You don't sleep in the nude with no blanket. You have a blanket. You have like a sleeping bag. You have like. I slept in the desert, in the middle of the desert.
That's cold.
Oh my God, it's freezing. We had like thick woolen blankets, just as heavy as us, just on top. Because in the morning, before the sun would rise, it used to be freezing, literally freezing.
But why did you tent?
It was one of the most fantastic things I've ever done. Because you are in the desert. There's no light pollution. You're closer to. So the earth is like. It's fatter in the middle. So you're kind of closer to the stars, as you're going towards the equator. So
Oh,
everything seems closer, and you can see the Milky Way in all its splendor.
I would like that. I would
But you
like
have to
that.
be outside. You have to be outside. They make
Oh,
like a
it's
fire, the
not,
Bedouins. They take you in the desert.
but can I just do it and then go to the hotel?
No, because it's about the experience of being all night in the desert. You're looking at the stars. You eat chicken made
Oh,
on the fire in the desert,
oh,
and
there's
you're just looking at the stars. And little
oh,
foxes come and visit you and try to steal your phone. It's fantastic.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. Definitely. I'll do that for one night. Yeah, that sounds good. I like all that sort of spiritual experiences where you kind of like look up at the stars and you're like, life is bigger than me, and that sort of cliche, that sort of thing. Life is, and you go, oh, it all makes sense to me now. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's never happened. It's never made sense to me. I would like to live in a tribe. You know, I've always romanticized. Oh yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that. Right? The thing is, right, I've always romanticized living in a tribe with people who they've never seen civilization. They just live off the land. They just go around like shooting arrows at people, and they're like the last civilization left. And we sit there and we talk. We use Google Translate because I don't know their language. They don't know my language, and we kind of like we just I pick up on all of their wisdom, and I grow spiritually, and I give them a little bit of advice about hair and that, and and I've always romanticized that, right? But I watched this documentary, right, with a woman. She went to do it. She went to live in the tribe for 5 months, and
Mhm.
she, after the third day, she was having a hell of a time, because all they do there is fight, stay up late to party, because
Yeah.
they don't have work in the morning, and you can't call the council out because obviously they don't have,
Yeah.
you know, no one can go to prison, and they're just having fights, being abusive. And she just did this piece to camera, and she's like, well, I think we've come at a bad time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conflict happening in the tribe. It's always a bad time. There's always conflict because, like, they got no laws there. And anyway, she's put me off. She's put me right off that.
Can you
Right off.
imagine the beds? Because they don't have mattresses. They don't. The tribe hasn't invented springs yet. Yes.
What? Like, I
Have you ever
can't
slept in hay?
in hay. No, is
Yeah,
that
in
that?
hay, in like dry grass that they feed the cattle and.
No, I've never slept in hay. Have you?
Yeah,
You say it like it's natural.
of
What do
course.
you mean? No one sleeps in hay. What are you
Well,
talking
they
about? And
used
also,
to. That's
is
where
that
babies used to be made in a barn in hay.
Jesus? Jesus. That's where
Yeah,
Jesus was born. In the hay.
that's where he was made as well.
In the hay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where that expression must come from.
What expression?
About, oh, I can't remember it completely. Like, in the hay, it means like sleeping with someone, I think. Having
Yeah,
sex, I think.
yeah.
In the
But you can also sleep by yourself if you don't have anyone else there.
Yeah, you can masturbate in the hay as well. It's fine.
You don't have to.
No,
You,
well.
you can hide needles.
Ah,
Ah,
but you'd never find it.
well, it's going to be a challenge finding it.
It'll be like finding a needle in a haystack.
Wow.
I'll be honest with you, I am starting to feel a little bit jealous now. A little bit jealous of all your stories, all your travel stories that I haven't got. I feel like you've really lived, and you've found yourself in
I almost died as well.
Green or Turnpike Lane. And I haven't lived like you. But
But you've had a different experience.
I don't think I'd want to live like you, to be fair. But the thing is, you have got better stories than me. Let me try and think of a really good story to end on. so that I can like kind of get some credit back.
All right.
Like I feel like this podcast is like basically showing you to be like really cool and really cool. I feel like next week you're going to turn up with like long hair and one of those feather earrings.
With just one strand with beads in it.
Yeah, exactly. And be like, yeah, I found myself. Yeah, it's traveling. Like, so I try to think of a traveling story to redeem myself. Let me think. I can't think of any. Even when I went to Edinburgh, first year I ended up staying in the Radisson Blu.
So while everyone was doing spots, running around from one dingy, sweaty basement room to another one, Nicole Harris was in the Radisson Blu in the jacuzzi.
Yes!
And you took time off of work. You spent a lot of money to go to the Fringe, to the festival, the once a year event.
Yes, but I did do lots of gigs. But the thing is, in between gigs, I was in the spa, right? I was at a swimming pool, at a jacuzzi. No, there's no jacuzzi. I had a sauna. And like it was nice. I mean, it was only for a few days. The first year I went there, I couldn't afford to do that. Other years, like last year, I shared a flat with Gary, and that was actually really nice. Gary and Connell, that was actually a lovely time. But the first year, I only went there for like a few days, so I decided to stay in the Radisson Blu, and then everyone was like, "Where's Nicole? I haven't seen her for like days. Like, where is she?" And I was in the spa, having a good time, relaxing, chilling. It was
which sounds good, but sounds very, very disgusting. Going to a public sauna, sitting in the same place where other like sweaty, naked people have sat,
yeah.
and going into a jacuzzi, creating like a primordial soup of everyone's groin, just whatever grows in people's like groin area. You're in the same soup with them. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing, yeah,
in the
no,
McDonald's
but this was
bathroom sounds disgusting to you?
Yeah, but the thing is, this was before the coronavirus, so there weren't any germs around at that time.
But it wasn't before gonorrhea.
No, there wasn't any of that around. This was BC. Before the coronavirus.
Oh. For the time being, we are stuck in quarantine, and we'll have to do this podcast, another episode on another theme next time.
Yeah, we will. But then maybe if the government let us have one friend, as I was saying, like I'm like, well, no, not one friend. If they let me have like two friends,
yeah,
I could choose you, and you could choose me. But
no,
then,
I'm not. If you choose me, I'm not going to choose you. I'm going to choose someone better, nicer.
Yeah, that's right.
Nicole Harris, it's been a pleasure talking to you about traveling.
It's been a pleasure talking to you about traveling. Get your rucksack out. That was not euphemism.
That sounds weird. Anyway, until the next episode, take care of yourself, Nicole Harris.
Bye. Take care of yourself too, Victor Patrascan.
Bye.